In this lesson, we will work with the simple verb forms, since they are essential in simple everyday sentences. This is important knowledge that the curriculum indicates should be a part of the English classroom in grade 1 to 3. For this lesson, we expect the children to create simple sentences that contains information about themselves and a friend. They should also recognize the simple verb forms and understand that there are different ways to use the verb in the basic form and the verb with an S ending. One other motive behind this lesson is that we want the children to practice speaking English. By having an oral presentation, we will see how the students have been able to understand the simple verb forms and can therefore evaluate them by observation.
We have planned activities for one lesson, but since this is a big and very important subject, it should be worked with even more. First of all, we are going to have an introduction about the grammar. We will have a PowerPoint that shows what the simple verb forms are, how they work, how and when to use them. We will talk about it and explain it to the pupils. We will then play a game with cards. On every card there is a picture of a verb, and under the picture it is a written question. The child will ask a friend the question on the card, and the friend will answer by telling what's happening on his or her card. For example, I play football. After that, we will together with the pupils come up with interview questions that treat the verbs. These questions should be formed in a basic way so that the pupils will understand and be able to have a discussion. The questions should treat subjects that interest the pupils, such as things they do in their leisure time, which Sandström brings up as an important way of learning in her book. This could be food they like to eat or animals they like.
The pupils will then sit in pairs to interview each other and are expected to take simple notes of the answers they get. After they have interviewed each other, they are going to present the classmate in front of the rest of the class. With this part in mind, we also think that it's a good idea to talk about the importance of being a good listener while the classmate is having a presentation. This is very important to talk a lot about with the children to be able to create a safe environment and make the children comfortable while talking in front of the class. Since we want to lower the pressure of speaking English in the classroom, we would do the presentation with the class sitting in a circle where the word is passed around. That way, everyone gets to talk in front of the class in a way that feels more safe than standing in front of everyone. If there is time left, we will show a song about verbs called Action Verbs Sing-Along. We will show the song on the smartboard so every pupil can see the lyrics and the movements presented in the movie.
For the introduction, we will use a PowerPoint to explain the simple verb form. The materials we will use are question cards, a YouTube clip to show the song, and the interview questions that the teacher will come up with together with the children.
Problems could be that the pupils can't come up with an answer, which will prevent the discussion to be fluent. A solution to this problem could be that the teacher can have examples and answers on the whiteboard. For example, if one of the questions is, "What do you play?" examples for answers on that question could be basic and common things, like football, video games, or cards. Another problem that could emerge is that the students might not want to talk in front of the class. They might feel too insecure, either with the class or with their English, to present the classmate they have interviewed. Our solution to this is firstly to encourage them to take notes and to have that note with them in the presentation circle. Secondly, we think that the circle allows for a more safe space, and our hopes are that it will make everybody comfortable with presenting.
Our own experiences of talking in class are that a lot of pupils, both young and older, experience difficulties, and many doesn't dare to speak. Because of this, it is very important to make the children comfortable with talking in front of the class in a young age, so that they won't feel discomfort when speaking in higher classes. A key point in this is to make the classroom to be a safe arena to dare the pupils to speak by talking a lot and by having different ways of talking. To introduce and to continue using not only presentation as a way to talk, but also interactions and discussions. This will contribute to the students' willingness to speak and their self-confidence regarding their English. It is in the earliest school years the teacher have the biggest opportunity to make the children comfortable with speaking.